I don't know what I did. What's up, kings? What's up, queens? What's up, all my bosses, all my young people, and everyone in their respective places? I'm Queen Boss Lady, and I'm back to do another video. So let's go ahead and just hop right on in. Y'all know what? Let me fill y'all in. Let me put y'all on to my truth. Now, everybody has their own truth. Everybody has their own opinions. Everybody has their own experience. This is my truth. This is my experience. This is my testimony. This is what I need to tell the people. Only a few, slight few, will get it, understand it, and know exactly what I'm talking about. So I want to start off by saying that don't let nobody trick you out your position. Don't let nobody trick you out your spot. Don't let nobody trick you out of your slot. Get in your position, hold your position, and stay in your position. Because they trying to trick you out your position just so they can be in it. Somebody will trick you out your shoes, your favorite shoes. They'll convince you you don't need them shoes. Them shoes, they really don't do it for you. Your shoes, your favorite shoes, they convincing you that it's not giving what it's supposed to give. But they'll buy them very same shoes off your feet. Clothes, wigs, whatever, accessories, whatever. People will try to convince you that it's not for you. It's because they want it. They want that position. So don't let nobody trick you out your position, king. Don't let nobody trick you out your position, queen. Boss, get in position and stay there. Stay right there. Keep your foot right there on their necks, because they can't stand it and they can't take that type of heat, so they need to get out the kitchen in the first place. Now, shouts out to all my real spiritual people, my real readers. And I say real because it's a lot of faking out there. It is, and it just is what it is. Everybody want to, hop on a certain trend, or they want to hop on what's hot. They want to hop on, and you can easily be taught, how to read tarot cards online. You can easily learn how to read tarot cards online, on Instagram, on Facebook, on any type of platform, on YouTube. You can look it up. But one thing that you cannot learn on YouTube is a special gift that you have from God. Now, you cannot look up these special gifts that God has given you. Only you being connected with God will know how to even use these gifts. You cannot look up in a book how to use these gifts. How it can't tell you the next step, the next what, the next nothing. This is how you know you have a gift from God. You ain't just, let me just pick up these cards today, and then we got a pack of hyenas at the, like the rest of the hyenas. It's hyenas that literally pick up cards too. It's literally people that don't have good spirits and they pick up these cards. They the ones on here always asking for money. Always asking for money. Always asking for likes. It's no different from church now. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. That's no different from the collection plate. Rolling around every 5 minutes. If people like you, they love you, they feel you, they're going to hit that like button. Your pastor don't got to call you and tell you to come to church. You want to come. You want to go because you feel something there. You feel a connection. You feel like you're being moved by the Spirit. You feel like you're being led by the Spirit. You feel like you're doing right by God. Now, how would that work if the pastor had to call everybody in the congregation, hey, you got to come to church. You got to come to church. You got to come to church. That's what it feel like on YouTube when you try to watch certain people and they every 5 minutes hit the like button, hit the like button, make sure this is hit the like button, hit the like button. It's like that's no different from the collection plate rolling around. Oh, I'm not finna, certain readers, they flicking through the cards, so I'm not finna give you the, look, camera. Then I say readers in these cameras and stuff like that, go ahead, baby. Look, cut the deck again. I'm not finna give you no information till y'all cash at me right now, $5 a question. And it's like, what happened to the abundance? What happened to us really getting on here and doing God's work and delivering the message? You know, a lot of people don't believe in the Bible. A lot of people don't believe in Jesus, but you know, let's just say these people that I'm speaking to do believe in Jesus. Did Jesus do that? Did he like, no, I can't heal this blind man until y'all give me four quarters. Let's see it. I want the silver coins right now. I ain't finna bring him back alive. I want to make sure I'm presentable. My shorts be creeping, y'all. They creeping. But I ain't about to bring your brother back to life until I get 4 silver quarters. What's up? And it's like, that's no different from being in church and the pastor sitting there cursing you, saying that you're not gonna get a blessing because you didn't put your abundance in the collection plate. It's no difference from the pastor sitting there cursing you. Yeah, these are curses. When the pastor sit up there and say, you will not be blessed if you didn't put nothing in this offering plate. You ain't clapping your hands and stomping your feet. You ain't giving God no praise, so God ain't gonna give you nothing. They are cursing you. These church people, these men of God, these women of God. Now, I'm not saying, like I said in the beginning of I was about to say the beginning of my show, that's might what this turned into, because this might just turn into a show, because I want to speak more of the truth. I don't want to just, even though I've always felt a connection to cards, even as a young girl, I felt connected to cards. As a child, I felt connected to cards. You know, but I want to do what's right with God. I want to always line up with him, even though I'm not perfect and I don't try to be. Nobody was perfect but Jesus. But he created a foundation and all we got to do is build on that. And he didn't have no cards. All he had was his father's plan. That's all he had. And he was just about his father's business. He didn't have no cards, no books, no nothing. Okay, so back to my experience. These church people, they want you to do, if you got to stand up, everybody stand up. You got to sit down, everybody sit down. That's a curse. Why we all got to do the same thing at the same time? Because the pastor want to see how much control they have over you. And I'm not attacking y'all, but I'm kind of like this I'm allowing God to use me. So must be how I feel, because this message is coming through me right now. You got some people that's in church and they really just gathered themselves up to just make it there, to be in the atmosphere of people that want to really worship God and really want to praise God and really love God from here. And they just want to be in that type of environment. They may not have the finances to give. They may be so weak and so broken and so lost and confused that they're not there yet to give God the praise. And then they're already broken and sad and depressed. And then you go and curse them and say just because they're not standing and they're not praising and they're not giving, they're not going to get nothing. That's a curse from the pits of hell. These church people are cursing God's people. And they not being truthful, and they not being honest, and it's all about what you can give. She ain't gave no no tithes and offerings. So, we're not going to give her no recognition. Oh, she's not married. Oh, yeah, that's the new thing now, too. You got to be married to be in a church. So you got to be married. You got to be able to give a certain amount of money. You got to be willing to be their puppet, to stand up, sit down, clap your hands when they say clap, pray when they say pray. And if you don't do these things, if they catch you, oh, don't let them catch you not standing when they say stand. And it's my experience now. And if you can relate, then we're here. And that's what this message is about, to let you know you're not tripping, you're not slipping. God admires the fact that you at least muscled up the strength to go to church. But he don't appreciate these people trying to mock you and curse you and put you down when you already, it's already obvious you're going through something. You're trying to work through something. You're trying to heal through something. Or these pastors that saying, oh, if you miss church and you don't have a doctor's note, what the? You're sinning 111 on the clock. You're sinning if you don't have a valid excuse. No, you're making things up as you go. You're making things up as you go. And that's not cool. God is tired of that. God is tired of you taking from these single mothers so much. 3 different offerings in one service. Y'all, the collection plate go around 3 times. She done put enough money in there to after church, she could take her kids out to eat. But she done put it all in the plate. And then she go home and cook for her family when she could have took them out to eat. Or he could have took his family out to eat. Because guess what? Guess where the pastor going? Guess where the pastor is going when they get done telling you to stand up, sit down, clap your hands, bow your head, focus on God. When they done get done being puppeting you, guess where they going? Oh, they going out to eat. Oh, they going to get them a steak. Oh, they going to pick up their tailor-made suits. While you go home and you slave over that stove for your family. Because they're taking from your family. But then you go to the church and you ask for help and it's like, oh, who you been seeing, who you been dating. Literally, the church really asking folks this. You put all that money in that plate. All that time. You done been tithing. You done been going to this church for 5 years. You done been tithing for 5 years. In 5 years, you done gave your best. And you still has got, you ain't really got nowhere. You ain't really got nowhere. I mean, you're making it, you're managing, you're able to still provide for the church. But it's like, okay, what you slip and you need some financial help and you go to the church. These churches are literally asking people, who you been sleeping with? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a husband? So that's what God asks people now. That's what God told that man, because I just feel like, what's going on? What had happened? So he told the man, where's your wife? Where your wife at? Why she can't pay me to help you see again? Oh, you not welcome because you ain't got no wife. Oh, you not welcome because you ain't got no husband. I can't heal you because you ain't got no husband. I can't help you with that bill. You single, okay, so you been sleeping with anybody? Listen, these church people are so disrespectful. 444. And they want to make real people of God feel uncomfortable. That's the new wave now. That's the new wave now. That's why I say don't let nobody trick you out your position. They want to call these spirit, you know, when you say you got a gift from God, they say, no, you don't have no gift from God. You got discernment. And he gave us all. And you know why they say that? Because they feel like that's going, you know, they've never said they had a gift from God. They don't feel like they have a gift from God. How's somebody going to tell you what you got from God? No, you don't have a gift from God. You got discernment. And God gave us all discernment, so that's what it is. And that's why I'm here to tell you, don't let these people trick you out your position. Because they are in position and they hiding. These witches and these warlocks and these cults, they're hiding behind these churches. And they getting a lot of silver coins. They're getting a lot of dollars. I'm going to take me a little sip of my lemonade. They're getting a lot of dollars. And they're getting yours too. And then when you need a little help, they want to ask you who you slept with in the last 5 months. Who you oh, you want to join the choir? Oh, we got to do a thorough background. What the hell? To join the choir now, these church folks need your so sorry. Did not mean to show my stomach. They need your social security card. They need you to pay $75 to get a general government background, a screening background check, a thorough. They want to go back 10 years. Just for you to be in the choir. They making you fill out a long, it's not no more. It used to be, if you were a member of the church, that's all you needed to be. Yeah, that was back when I was 8 years old. We talking about today's church right now, me as an adult. Oh, baby, you got to fill out an application. You have to fill out an application to be on the praise team. You have to come to church 6 months straight. 6 months in a row, 6 months in a row. You got to come to church 6 months in a row. And you got to give. You got to tithe every time you come. You got to give 50%, 40%, or 100% of your check, your earnings, just to be on the praise team now. And they still gonna do a thorough background check. They gonna do a street background check. They wanna make sure you ain't in the club on the weekends. They gonna do a federal background check. They wanna make sure how many times you've been to jail. They're gonna do a government screening. And these are the people that they doing so much hell. They causing so much hell, and that's why they want to screen you and thoroughly investigate you. Cause they think they just fell out the sky, and we just landed here. We already grown, we adults, and we just finna be in the church. They never lived life. They never made a mistake. None of that. And these people in church ain't about to tell you about no witchcraft, because they're doing it. That's why they ain't finna tell you about it, because they the ones doing it. They ain't finna tell you about that. They ain't finna tell you about no witchcraft. They not finna tell you about angels, because they not an angel. They're not finna talk about prophets. They don't believe in prophets. One church I went to said that there is no existing prophets today. If God wants to tell you something, this lady literally told me, one church I was going to, she literally told me, yeah, there's no living prophets today. Prophets don't exist in this time. There are no living prophets. God cannot give you a message for me to tell to me. If God wanted to tell me something, he would tell me himself directly. What an X of that? Where's right there? Okay. See y'all later. See you later. Bye. See you later. Bye. And I had some other folks follow me to church, honey. They exit stage left too. Whoop. You say my mama ain't in heaven because she wasn't a member of the, I ain't gonna say the church name, but this lady literally told someone that, you know, I was going to church. I had invited her to come with me, and we started going. She started coming with me, and I had got baptized. I was able to get her baptized, and it was just, you know, but the lady tried her too, told her mama was not in heaven because she wasn't a part of this church, this specific church. Oh, if you're not a part of this specific church right here, when you pass on, oh, you won't be going to heaven. Where's the exit? Where? Right there. Okay, see you later, bye. See you later, bye. Because, baby, you trying to put curses on people, telling them they going to hell if they not a member of this church. Baby, where they do that at? What church was Jesus a part when he was here? What church was he associated with? I might leave the comments on for this because it's like I'm not trying to say that I'm right. I'm just telling y'all my experience. I'm just telling y'all my truth. If y'all know what church Jesus went to when he was here, I would love to. I want to know. I am open to learning, and I am open to growing every day. Every day, I don't never want to stop learning and growing. I don't ever want. I know it all. No, I don't. No, I don't. I know what God tells me though. I know that for sure. But I don't know it all. Nobody knows it all but him. These church people, though, they want to trick you into thinking that they know it all. And you don't know nothing. You don't know anything. You know what they tell you is how they want to do it. How they want it to be. Lean not into your own understanding, but trust what the pastors say though. Trust what the pastors say. Now let's get to these tarot readers. Oh, that's dark. That's now you never hear church people talk about things being dark and things being wicked and witches. You'll never hear them talk about that until, oh, you're a reader, or you're a tarot reader, or da 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 da. Now they want to talk about wicked. Now they want to talk about, you know why? Because we can see y'all. We can spiritually read y'all like easily, effortlessly, if we're not under y'all little spell that y'all cast on the congregation. They casting spells on the whole congregation, and you giving all your money to them. Then you got to figure out how you're going to pay your light bill. Oh, Sister Jackie, God gonna make a way. God gonna make a way. Yeah, because you in the line, you got to go down to the office and get some assistance with your lights. And you like, yeah, God made that way for me. No, if you would have kept your money, you would have had your light bill money, because God already made the way for you. Now back to them telling, they don't want nobody to have no gift from God. Don't nobody have no gift from God. So You got the gift though, because you the pastor and you up there preaching and teaching, but you had to go to school for that. This is why they don't want us to have no, or you to have no gift from God, because we didn't have to go to school. We don't need a piece of paper. We don't need a degree. Here's our certified paper saying that we have a gift from God. You know, there it is right there. We have degrees. And these pastors and these people and these nowadays teachers, they have all these degrees on the wall. Look at all my degrees. This is what certifies me to be a pastor. This is what certifies me to do what I do. Okay? I'm certified, and you have no. Where's the proof? Where is the proof that you have a gift from God? I have proof. Look at this. Look at this. And then they always trying to curse you. This is how they curse you, right? They call you up and everybody has to come down. Everybody has to come down and see the pastor and get a prayer from the pastor. And then the pastor sits up there and speaks something, right? And now she got the whole church attention and focused on you. She may say, "Oh, Brother John, I see that you about to get a financial blessing. You about to come into some money. You about to come into some wealth." Now, who is telling her these things? Who's giving her this information? Could it be the same gift from God? You know, could she have a pack of angels rolling with her, you know? Or could she be a witch, you know? Because witches can see your blessings before God's people. Because see, God has a way of the blessings there, but let me not tell my son about this blessing because I don't want him. You can't mess it up. You can delay it, but you can't mess it up. That's how God is. But these church people, they'll have you thinking so that you will manifest this. This is how they're cursing you. So that you will manifest this in your head. If you don't come down here, you ain't gonna get the blessing. That's how they roll. Then you like, okay, let me go. I don't want to be disrespectful. Who you disrespecting? You're not disrespecting God. Because God ain't told you to go down there. This pastor done told you to come down there. This witch that you think is a pastor done told you to come down there. And now they done told all your blessings to the whole church, to the whole congregation. Now the whole congregation is focused and they locking in on your blessing. And they're manifesting blocks. I hope it don't. I hope she don't become a goddamn what? But they're not going to say this, but this is what's going on in their minds. Oh, Sister Jackie, I see you finna get a big blessing from God. You finna get a husband. You finna come in the union. Your child finna get off crack. Your child finna come back in. And then now the whole congregation like, Sister Smith over there like, why God got to give her that? God took my child from me and my child was on drugs. I didn't get my child back. I didn't, I don't want that to happen. And they saying this in their head. So they're cursing you too with their thoughts. They're already manifesting and trying to create roadblocks and blockages for your blessings. And I ain't never met no pastor that just tell you straight up what it is and what's up. And that's it and that's all. They always try to curse you at the end. Oh yeah, Sister Jackie, you got these wonderful big blessings coming in. You finna get a husband. I see great finances. Great finances. Your child finna get off drugs. Your child finna come up off the streets. I see blessings. But if you don't give But if you don't tithe like you supposed to and come to church like you supposed to, it's a great possibility that, see what I'm saying? They're going to always try to curse what God has promised you. These church folks. And I'm going to call them church folks because that's what they like being called. Church people. But they the real witches. They the real warlocks. They the real people that know how to spy into your destiny. And then they go sneak back. And they doing witchcraft. And they doing magic. And then they saying that readers, you know, you read tarot or you read cards. Those are the real witches. And a lot of them are. It's like a 50-50. A lot of them are. I'm not going to front with that. But you know how they know that those are witches and warlocks? Because they're a witch, they're warlocks too. Now let me tell you my experience. I had a reader. I had a tarot reader save my life. I hadn't ever been into tarot before. And it just popped up on my feed. And what she was saying resonated with what was going on at the time. So I clicked on it. Sis filled me all the way in. Filled me all, 111 on the clock, filled me all the way in. I'm talking about to the nitty gritty. She said, you got a hair appointment tomorrow, Lord. I was like, and I had a hair appointment the next day. My forehead itching, because come on with it. I ain't come on here to be fly. I ain't come on here to lie. I came on here to tell the truth. Spill the news. Didn't you get the news, honey? She said, you got a hair appointment tomorrow. And somebody, they going to come in, they going to be driving fast, they going to be angry, they going to want to argue with you, they going to want to fight with you, avoid this person. They're angry, and they not in their right state of mind. And I had a hair appointment the next day. And my angels and God that I serve was like, you can take heed to this. This is a message for you. But why the heck my pastor didn't call me? The one that I go to church every Sunday. I put all, I tithe, I give extra. And why didn't he call me and be like, hey, I just got this, whatever he got. And I just want you to be, mindful or, cautious. I don't want to scare you. It's not a scare thing, but, you don't even want nobody to come into your presence and be argumentative with you, because that can make that person angry enough to hit you. So if you can just avoid the confrontation, you can avoid being, struck by a man or a woman. So why he didn't call me and was like X, Y, and Z? Why don't they never call and be like, hey, I just, want to tell you about woo. But we get on here, and these readers, these spiritual readers, they're guiding us out of darkness. They're guiding us out of situations. They're saving lives. Because guess what? If you're lost, okay, that's a message. If you're lost, take that however you want to take it. If that's your loss, that's your loss. But what I was about to say is, they not doing that, because if your life is lost, baby, that's mo cha-ching, jackpot. Now they got a funeral. Now they get to preach a funeral, and they get to get paid for a funeral. So why would they be calling you, telling you to save your life? Just why? Real people of God, real man of God, real pastor. Why isn't he calling the people? Telling them about certain things, forewarning them about certain things, because they did not teach him that in school. And they cannot teach him that in any school. He's learning from the books and by the books, which is nothing wrong with educating yourself. Furthering your education, there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. That's true indeed. But what about it? What's the deal with it? Because he should very well be calling people in his congregation and have a message for them. I feel like God is speaking to me right now. He's saying that the pastors are jealous of spiritual readers, spiritual leaders, because they don't have that direct contact. They have to study all week and get in that book, and then they have to read out that book. Okay, Brother Jeremiah 32, and then it's gone. Hey, you made the living in the honey. I didn't have to study at all to get on here to deliver this message. God started speaking to me, and he's like, this is what I want you to speak about. And I don't have no book to read out of it. But this is what's going on. This is what's true. The spiritual reader ain't getting paid as much. Some of them could be getting paid more than a pastor. But they saving lives. And the pastor just wants you to lay your life down. It's going to be okay, Sister Jackie. It's going to be okay, Sister Jackie. That's not giving any details. That's not giving any depths. That's not getting in. He can't stand up there and say, do not leave here today speeding, because I don't want you to get into a car wreck. I foreseen a car wreck, and it's not going to happen. I plead the blood of Jesus. You are going to leave here today, and you're not going to speed. Now, I've only seen one prophet that's able to see like this. That's in the church. I'm not going to say his name. But it's a few. No, I've seen a few. But they're in, the church. And I feel like that's where the conflict also comes in. These spiritual readers, these spiritual teachers, these spiritual guides, and I call them leaders as well. They're not in the church. So if you're not in the church, you cannot be a leader if you're not in the church. Where it say that at? What book that's in? What book is it in that says you cannot be a leader if you're not in the church? I want to read it right now. I don't want to read the whole damn book, but I just want to read that part right there. That's it. That's all. Where does it say that at? You cannot have a gift from God if you ain't in the church. You can't have no gift from God if you ain't in the church. Where it say that? I want to read just that part. I don't want to read the whole damn book, because you might come out confused, and that's what it's all about. Confusing you so they can trick you out your position. We standing firm, and I'm standing firm on this. Because I'm not here to bash no church people either. I'm not here to put nobody down. I'm here to speak the truth. I'm here to speak my truth. I'm here to tell my testimony and what I had to walk through. And how much jealousy and envy the people in the church have for you. They'll sit right up there. I remember one time I didn't have a car. They'll sit right up there, and I just decided, I'm going to the church is, it's about a 10-minute walk. And I could do a 10-minute walk. I've always been athletic. But Church people just boom, flying by you. Flying by you. Nobody asks you, nobody offer you a ride. Then here come the pastor and her big body and her big body Benz or her big body Jag. Fly right past you too. Don't even offer you a ride. And then they get in church and make the whole church sermon about you. If you don't have a car, you ain't doing right by God. That's because you ain't tithing. They'll try to make you think that you don't have the necessities that you need in life because you're not giving them money. Make it make sense. If you don't have money for a car, how you gonna have money to tithe? Make it make sense. Make it make. When has the church gave away a car? When has the church put a coin together and said we're gonna do a raffle for the single mothers and we're gonna give away a car? When, where, and how? Who? Oh, because it don't say that in the book. It don't say that in no book that, we should put our money together. We should all tithe for a whole month and everything that the church and the congregation has tithed. We're going to go purchase, 2 vehicles for about $5,000 and we're going to give a raffle. We're going to do a raffle for the single parents. These churches are not giving back to the congregation. These churches are not giving back to the communities. They're not giving back to the families. They're not pouring into the families. They pouring out. They want you to pour into their cup. Till there's none left in yours. And then when there ain't none left in yours, that's what you don't have what you need because you ain't tithing. You don't have what you need because you ain't giving to God how you supposed to give to God. That's a curse. They're speaking that over your life. They speaking that over your life. Let me go and get up. God. Okay. It says, he will not fear bad news. His heart is confident, trusting in the Lord. Psalms 11:2-7. Okay, so don't be fearing no bad news. This ain't bad news. I ain't telling you to go to your church, tear up the flowers and tear up the flowers and whatnot. But you know that something is off. You feeling that something is off. You're feeling that like, dang, I'm tithing and I'm trying to get ahead, but I'm tithing and I'm not getting ahead. It's because, baby girl, baby boy, you're putting your seeds, you're putting your money in places where it does not belong. I'm going to tell you my testimony. I'll tell you my story. And if it's yours, then we're here, then you understand, and we're clear. I was tithing. I was giving offerings. I was offering my time. I was offering my money. I was offering my skills to the church. And that's where I was the poorest, the lackest, had the less of. But I'm just thinking I'm doing the right thing, being in church, fellowshipping, tithing. And it was so, that was the worstest point. And it's like, okay, let me go ahead and leave the church. And when I left the church, it's like, boom, back on my feet. Like a vehicle just ding. Finances just ding. Clear way of thinking just ding, because they want you to call them for everything. Oh, Pastor, should I do this? Should I make a decision on going left or going right? They want you to call them about everything and call them for everything, just so they can talk bad about you. I'm gonna make that another video for another how the pastor always turning. I'm gonna just save it for another video. I got it. Cause I'm about to help my real people of God come up out of this illusion. We gotta come up out of this illusion. We really do, because this is an illusion. The Lord is my strength and my song, and he has become my salvation. Yes. Yes, and that's all we need. All we need is the Lord to be our strength and our song. And then he becomes our salvation. But these church people got us thinking, no, if you don't come to church, then you're going to hell. No, if you don't tithe in this church, you're going to hell. No, if you don't get married. I keep my eyes always on the Lord. With him at my right hand, I will not be shaken. Message. Don't be moved. Get in position and don't be moved. I'm not saying that these tarot readers is right, but they are, you know, a lot of them are saving people's lives. I'm not saying that it's not no pastors that's not saving people's life. It's some pastors that's doing the right thing, but it's still like they have this tie, they have this stronghold where they still want you to be connected to their church. Do all that you can to live in peace with everyone. And this is what it's about. To do all that you can to live in peace. Not to do all we can to keep the lights on in the church and then when you go home, your lights off at home. Do all you can to make the pastor richer and you going without. He's sitting up there with his suits tailor-made. You ain't got not one tailor. Like, it's okay to have one tailor. It's okay to have one dress lady that we had to take and get it taped in, because you know we got them little sides. You know. Yeah, you can't come in here with that on. You can't come in here with your part to the side and lashes on and nails like that, because Brother Larry gonna be looking at you. That's another video. That's another video for another day. But this is what God wants. He wants us to enjoy life. They try to put you in this box. Oh no, you can't get out that box. You can't get out that box. He lights up the way before me, and I walk safely through the darkness. I be strolling sometimes, y'all, but I'm sure y'all be scrolling too. Pastor up in there for 35 years. He done been sleeping with raping all the little girls in the country. Come on now. But then they'll look at you. Oh. Pastor sleeping with all the goddamn he's sleeping with the first lady, the second lady, the third lady, the fourth lady. I will give you back health and heal your wounds, says the Lord, and he will. And he will. Like I said, this is my truth. This is my testimony. And it may not line up with you. It may not line up, you know, and that's okay. You may have the perfect pastor, you know. You may have, but no one's perfect. No one's perfect. And I'm not saying get out the church, tear up the church. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it needs to be built on a real foundation. The church really needs to be for the community. The church really needs to be for the people. That's the message. Till next video.